Hello everyone! Mix is back on MixxSpoil. Today, I'm taking you on an exploration of an intense story, brimming with artistic ambition, complex love, and deep-seated wounds from the past with the film The Brutalist. I'm going to tell you the story in exquisite detail, every event, every emotion, and every crucial detail, so you'll understand the entire narrative as if you'd watched the movie with your own eyes. Have you ever wondered how many great artists create their masterpieces? Sometimes, behind that beauty, pain, loss, and wounds from the past might be hidden. The Brutalist will introduce us to a gifted architect whose life faces significant historical events and a struggle to create works that reflect his soul, alongside complex and fragile relationships. All right, it's time to dive deep into the story of the film The Brutalist, which appears to focus on the life of an architect in the mid-20th century. The story begins in 1947. Not long after the end of World War II. All of Europe is still reeling from destruction and the scars of pain. The protagonist of the story is László Tóth, a Hungarian architect who survived the horrific events of a concentration camp. He is forced to leave his old life in Europe and emigrate to America with his wife, Erzsébet, also known as Erzsi. They arrive in America with the hope of starting a new life and leaving the painful past behind. László harbors a grand dream of becoming a distinguished and acclaimed architect. He lives a difficult life at first, striving to make a name for himself and earn a living in this new land. He is determined to create architecture in the Brutalist style, a style emphasizing rawness, strength, and the use of concrete, which perhaps reflects the resilience he needed to survive his past. While László is building his reputation and trying to push his architectural concepts, he meets Sophie, a woman who greatly influences his life. Sophie might be a major client, a financial supporter, or someone who fills a void in László's life that his wife cannot provide. The relationship between László, Sophie, and Erzsi, his wife, is quite complex and full of tension. Sophie might come to be both an inspiration and a catalyst for László's success, but at the same time, she creates a rift in his marriage with Erzsi. László faces challenges in both his career and his personal relationships. He tries to maintain a balance in everything. This part of the story portrays László's professional growth from a struggling architect to someone who begins to receive major commissions and create renowned works. His brutalist concepts gain acceptance and become a trend in the architectural world. He starts to gain fame, wealth, and seems to be achieving the success he aimed for. Despite his professional success, the wounds from the past that László and Erzsi endured from the concentration camp continue to haunt them. The painful memories never fade and may affect both their psychological states. Perhaps László's actions or his complex relationship with Sophie are like an attempt to escape the past or a search for something he lacks. A significant turning point occurs when an event causes László's past secrets or wounds to be revealed, or an act of betrayal occurs in his relationship with Sophie, or perhaps an event that forces him to confront a painful truth about his own wife, Erzsi. These events severely impact László's mind and might cause the success he has built to crumble, or his relationships with those around him to be severed. The film shows László's emotional struggle as he confronts the consequences of his actions and a difficult truth to accept. It might lead to a breakdown in relationships, the loss of something important, or a need for him to reevaluate his life and the ideals he holds dear. Towards the end of the story, László must face all the truths, the past he tried to hide, the failed relationships, and the consequences of his decisions. He may have to choose to accept his mistakes, forgive, or rectify what went wrong. His journey is no longer just about architecture. It's a journey to find the true meaning of life and inner peace. The Brutalist is therefore a film that explores the multifaceted human life, encompassing ambition, love, pain, and the search for meaning in life. It's a story that reflects that true beauty isn't found in the created work, but in our courage to face ourselves and accept both our successes and mistakes from the past. For me, The Brutalist isn't just a biographical film about an architect. It's about seeing how art, in any form, is a tool to reflect the life and soul of its creator. Wounds from the past, pain, love, ambition, everything converges to form a great work. László Tóth shows us that no matter how shattered life becomes, we can always create something new. And to find true peace, sometimes we must go back and confront the past and heal the deep-seated wounds in our minds. The story of The Brutalist has now concluded. It's an intense and emotional journey. How do you think art helps heal the mind or reflects our identity? And is there any particular artwork you especially like that reflects something about you? That's all for MixxSpoil today. I hope this incredibly detailed summary of the film The Brutalist has given you a rich experience and a deep understanding of the story. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any future episodes. And if you love these intense, in-depth story analyses, hit like and share it with your friends. See you next episode. Goodbye.